This class is one in a series of classes on the Internet, intranets and extranets. So let's start by looking at some of the Internet services. Probably the main service that's offered by the Internet is email. Email has revolutionized business. It's also made big impacts into our personal lives and the way we send communications to family and friends. But email is one of the big services that has been developed in the context of the Internet. It's a way of sending written communications, but nowadays it's possible to attach files to the email, perhaps attach videos or sound files or graphics. In other words, the email is a package. It contains a message, but it can contain other attachments. We've also got newsgroup, discussion groups and blogs. These are ways in which groups of people who are interested in certain topics can come together and share ideas, discuss different aspects of problems and different aspects of particular situations that they're interested in. It may be a support blog helping people how to use the Internet or how to use computers, or it may be blogs based on cars or on travel or on holidays or whatever. And it's a way in which people with similar interests can come together and discuss topics and share information and support each other. There's also Internet relay chat. This is a situation where people can talk to each other directly. They can chat in real time and exchange ideas and get to know each other in the context of real-time discussions. And very similar, instant messaging developed. A lot of the instant messaging was developed by Microsoft in the context of MSN Messenger, but also there are many others, ICQ and many others that enable people to send messages and receive messages almost instantaneously. So it's like talking to friends and colleagues and receiving messages from them in real time and having real discussions in real time. But also nowadays we got internet telephony and webinars. Telephony is when we can make phone calls directly to friends and colleagues and speak to them as if speaking on the telephone. However, the difference is, in many cases, this is a free call. And many big companies offer this, Google and many others. So it's quite a powerful attraction to use the Internet, because people are able to speak to each other around the world, and in many cases are able to speak freely. In other words, no charge for making long distance calls. Webinars are similar. They can show video and speak in real time. Skype is a good example of this, as offered by Microsoft. With a Skype client, they're able to place calls to their family, friends, business acquaintances, or whoever, and able to see the person they're speaking to and communicate in real time. Again, a very powerful feature of the Internet. Now, with emails, well, one of the most widely used services on the Internet is the email. The main types are web-based email, for example, Hotmail or Outlook, or some of these web-based. In other words, it's stored entirely in the cloud, and the person simply logs on using a browser, logs on to the webmail facility, perhaps let's say Hotmail, and then logs in with an address and a password and finds their emails waiting for them. There's also client-based email, in which case the emails are stored locally on a computer. Outlook is a good example of this as an application within the Microsoft suite of programs, business programs. In this case, the facility, Outlook facility, is connected to a server using a POP address or using some sort of code to connect it to the server so that it can send and receive emails. But the emails themselves are stored locally on the computer. Email programs include folders. It's possible to organize emails into folders. The same people may go to a particular folder. Emails may be grouped according to the nature of the email. If it's a work-based email, it may go into a work folder or whatever. So the emails can be organized and it can be filtered automatically by the program. There's generally an address book, so that when sending an email, the person sending it starts to type the address and it appears automatically. It comes from the address book. So if you're constantly sending emails to Joe Smith or whoever, then Joe Smith will be in the address book and it'll appear automatically when you start typing. So address books are ways of saving contacts. There's also a spell checker to save the embarrassment of sending emails that contain bad spellings. So a bit like a word processor, it goes across the email and highlights words which need to be checked and recommends some alternative spellings perhaps. And when the email has been delivered, it tells the sender that the email has been sent and has been delivered, and now it's a question of waiting for a response for the email. So it's a very powerful way in which communications take place, and it's very popular within the business. It is an extremely important function. Newsgroups and discussion groups, well, as I said, formed by people to exchange opinions and ideas on a specific topic. It can be on any topic. It could be on business, or it could be on hobbies, or it could be on holidays, or on travel, or on food. It can be on any topic. So discussion groups are areas where people with similar interests may go and make contributions and discuss different topics. They can post messages and articles, and other members of the group can read these and make comments about them. So it's a way in which information about particular topics can be disseminated. Newsgroups, well, these tend to be more general and they can be established on any topic. But again, they revolve around some particular topic about cookery or travel or cars or whatever it is. But generally speaking, they're wide-ranging. And what may happen is people join the news group and later on go away and form a discussion group, a smaller group, because those people are interested in something more specific. And it allows people to get together for fun or for business purposes. It's just a news group. It's a way of enabling people to contact each other. Instant messaging, well, the Internet Relay Chat and instant messaging are examples of instant messaging. It enables users to set up chat rooms, to exchange text messages with people in other locations and in real time. So they're able to communicate about any topic, from the weather to travel to different recipes to whatever it is, whatever interests them. they're able to communicate with similar-minded people in those situations. And they're able to keep away people who are disruptive by setting up private chat rooms. So once they get to know each other and they've got a topic of interest between them, they may set up a private chat room so it stops others from coming in and being disruptive. Spamming them or sending lots of nuisance emails or whatever. And there are many instant messaging applications that are available. I said earlier ICQ, and Skype is a type of instant messaging facility. So there are many that are available on the internet. Internet telephony, well, using the internet rather than the telephone network to exchange spoken conversations. So it's possible to call a friend on the other side of the world and have a chat. And these could be quite open-ended chats, quite long chats, not rushed because of the expense of a phone call, because providing each of them have an internet connection and the right software, they can just chat. It's a free facility. The voice over IP is a way in which computers make phone or make call telephones in other countries or in other areas. So it may place a phone call directly to someone else, so they pick it up on their phone. That's possible. Sometimes there's a charge for this, and sometimes it's not easy to make the connection, but it is possible. Generally speaking, there's a requirement for a high-speed internet connection, a microphone or a headset. So obviously you're going to need a microphone if you're going to make a phone call, and you're going to need quite a good speed on the internet to ensure that the two-way traffic is smooth and continuous. It doesn't break or hang up. As I said, international calls tend to be less expensive, sometimes absolutely free. So this has driven the popularity of these types of programs. It can route traffic to public telephones and network phones. So it is possible, the voice over IP, to call somebody on their phone. But it may suffer from some complications in terms of speed or the quality of the phone call, or whereas online tends to have a very clear connection nowadays. And many companies such as Line and Viber and many others have come into existence to enable this type of communications to take place. But generally speaking, the call quality has been improving over the years, so that now good quality phone calls can be made. Web applications, well, services and products for a wide range of customers at more competitive prices and with increased convenience. Well, that's what the web has done. It has made us aware of products, the price of products, the quality of the products, the attributes of the products, the types of services we can expect when we purchase a product. So there's much more awareness now on the part of the consumer regarding purchase decisions and what to look for, and the price of products and where it can be found. And this is all relatively cheap to do. A good browser such as Yahoo or Google or one of these can search out best prices, best quality, best delivery terms. So online shopping has become practical. There's also this idea of disintermediation. It's the removal of the middleman in the sale. It's possible now to buy directly from the company, whereas in the past the company would sell to the wholesaler would sell to the retailers, and we buy from the retailer. And each one will add their markup because each one is doing a specific job. But now, because of the internet, it's possible to buy directly from companies in many cases. So the middleman has been removed. So the companies sell directly to the customers without assistance, and they use the internet for this purpose. So many companies will have sales departments which will sell directly to the customers. So our idea of disintermediation is cutting out the middleman. The manufacturer or service provider sells directly to the customer. So these are some more ideas about the internet and the type of services that we have come to expect from the internet. And as I said at the outset, this is just one class amongst 2 or 3 that are on this topic. But it's important that we're aware of the advantages and also sometimes the criticisms of the use of the internet in the context of commerce and business. However, that's all I'm going to do in this session. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to say thank you very much for watching.